Hey, Entre fam. This is Young, and it is video 89 of 90. One more to go, and I'm done with the 90-day challenge. Let me tell you, this is something I didn't really think I could do when I first started it, to do something for 90 days straight without missing a day, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm kind of proud of myself, for one, and yeah, and even saying that, like, I'm typically not the one, not a kind of person who would say that, but I think after joining Entra and going through just my journey up till this point has really changed a lot of my mindset. Going to being able to go into insight, things like that. It's really helped me in terms of my in terms of my thinking, and you know, I mentioned before that I was part of I was in that support group where people in that group tend to focus on others and helping others rather than or and kind of forget about helping ourselves. Like we want to be able to lift the others up, and we tend to neglect ourselves by doing that. And um, yeah, just in that, because I'm that kind of person, or that's my personality type, I should say. I was never one to boast or anything like that, and had the false humility of whenever somebody congratulated me for anything, I'd be like, oh no, it was nothing, things like that. So, yeah, even being able to say, I'm proud of myself on camera, for a bunch of people to see is kind of a new thing. So that's kind of evidence of how changing your mindset, working on it, and really, you know, telling yourself you can do it, like daily positive affirmations rather than tearing yourself down. That's kind of evidence on that, on how all those things really work, and really help you. And this through this journey so far, you know, I've just enjoyed it. I mean, it's something that I have enjoyed, and and I haven't really enjoyed things something like this in a really long time. And not to say I don't enjoy my life with my wife and things like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying personally, like something I'm doing, like either as a hobby or a job or something like that. So that's nice. But gonna talk about the third day of the Inside event. Um, Second day was definitely the most impactful, I think, and insightful. And third day was more about kind of wrapping up and really giving us some tools to take home to really be able to um, continue with our progress and things like that. We did another visualization exercise in terms of how to really get stuff done, and they kind of went into the really metaphysical type stuff with this exercise, and they talked about through the event where there's a conscious, your conscious, your subconscious, and then there's the superconscious, which everybody is connected to. And what that is whatever you call it, universe, God, things like that. I personally call God, and how when you and there were a couple of exercises we did to kind of reinforce that. And and one of the exercises they did was kind of like this workshop exercise where you build kind of this workshop in your mind. It can be however way you want it, but when you go in there, you like visualize all these things, and you know when you visualize all these things and you kind of work problems in there, you can work problems and just leave the problems there, and then like come back to it the next day, and you might find your solution, things like that. So it's kind of really in that kind of aspect in terms of tools that you can use, a lot of kind of meditative type stuff, and really to just really further you, there was no real lessons per se. Um, they did also though talk about just really um, I guess betting on yourself, and really so there's this whole theme, and even in if you go back into the blueprint, I think it's the not the intro but the first lesson. I think Jeff kind of goes into it as well. So it's even since the blueprint, they talk about this whole win-win um, mentality, and they kind of and they that's one of the lessons in the finishing, in the last day, where they tell you to bet on yourself, as well as so basically do something for yourself and do something for somebody else as well. And my thing was that I was going to actually it's like you've probably heard me say it before, but I do not have the capital to do anything so far. I've spent money on classes and Entresoft, things like that. Haven't made a dime, right? And and I understand it's a whole building process. And actually, I actually a couple days ago I actually had my first. It wasn't really a call. We talked over Messenger and Facebook. One of my members, and they seemed to be interested in the opportunity with my offer. So yeah, we'll just. I haven't heard anything from her yet. I tried to follow up with her, but she is a single mom with 4 children, so it's probably going to take her a little time to be able to get go look at the offer and all that stuff. But my whole purpose was to just support her as best as possible. So things are already kind of moving a little bit. I don't have tons of members in my group yet. I'm gonna try different strategies here and there that I wanted to implement because of all the stuff I learned from Insight, which I'm gonna try to do this weekend when I have more time. But yeah, so anyways, that's beside the point. So I don't have much capital, right? But there was kind of an untapped source for me, and the thing I was going to do for myself, for my business, was to actually go to Impact. It is a higher ticket price than Insight. It's so yeah. I was going to plan on going on September, but actually, I do still want to go to September. But my wife actually started showing a little bit more interest, I guess, and maybe more trying to be more supportive of all this, which I am so grateful for, by the way. And she started kind of questioning, is this something I could do? And I was like, yeah, of course it is, and I think you can. With her, I think there are. I can think of so many niches for her than I could for myself. Like I think she's able to just like change the world, especially just in the niche that she wants to go into. And anyways, so she was kind of warming up more into the idea. So now she wants to go to Impact, because or sorry, not Impact, Insight, because I was, trying to go to Impact, and then she kind of, I don't know, just wanted to come as well. But I was telling her, you have to go to Insight first, so on and so forth. But so she was like, well, let me try doing this a little bit, and then also go to Insight. So actually, we're gonna go to the next November Insight. It's like a 90% chance that we're gonna go because we still have to work out all the details with somebody watching our daughter for the weekend. But yeah, so that's a huge change that I'm grateful for, that she is kind of getting on board and wanting to do it as well. So I'll have a partner to just like really go through this with and stuff like that. So that's awesome. So yeah, so that's the thing I was gonna do for myself, is go to Impact, but I will eventually. It's just it'll be, I think, in the second one instead of the first. I wanted to go to the first because I know there were a lot of other people like Guy and Nate. I think I think Megan and Steve and stuff like that. So, but um, unfortunately, I can't. So because I want to do this with my wife. So yeah. So and yeah, that's the thing I was gonna do for me. And the other thing I was gonna do for somebody else was my wife. Because we've never really had much money, I was always very, I guess, reserved with my money, with our money, I should say. Um, just because we didn't have much and we needed to kind of hold on to it. So what I said I was gonna do for her is just let her have a shopping day. You know, no limits, whatever. Just go out, have fun, and stuff. And she and I told her this, and she was just like, I don't know. I don't really need anything. I don't really want anything right now. So instead of that, actually, tomorrow we're gonna actually head to the beach near our house. It's about an hour away. Um, we're gonna go to our favorite breakfast place in Virginia Beach. It's called like Pocahontas Pancake House or something like that. And then we love the coffee there, and we always buy some coffee, some couple bags of coffee from there. And then we're gonna go to the aquarium with our daughter too. So it's gonna be her first time at the aquarium. So we're gonna kind of just have a fun-filled family day instead, because she said she didn't really need or want a shopping spree. So that's one thing. I guess I lucked out. My wife isn't very materialistic. She doesn't really care about dresses and shoes and purses and things like that. She cares more of things like I like video games and things like that. So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, so that's one thing I'm gonna do. I wanted to do for her, and so it's just like doing something for yourself and for someone else, and just getting into that win-win mindset. So yeah, I mean, so you heard what I said. I'm gonna be going to Impact or trying to make moves financially here and there. See, and I think we will have enough to go to Impact, both of us. So yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about that, the future opportunities, because I'm gonna be doing it with my wife, my partner in crime. So yeah, but yeah, not much really in terms of teaching, but more of they gave us more tools for us to just really continue to be successful in our business. So, and also in our mindsets and things like that. So, yeah, that's about it. Tomorrow's gonna be my last video, and I'm gonna try to do something a little special, maybe. You know, going to the beach and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of try to think of something to do in terms of that. So, yeah. Until tomorrow, which is my last video of the 90-day challenge. Um, Stay awesome, mantra.